The Pond Guy is the nation's leading supplier of pond supplies and accessories for more than a decade. The Pond Guy has revolutionized pond management with a simple solution, the Airmax Ecosystem. Ponds are created for many different purposes and an assortment of recreational uses, from swimming to fishing, or just a place to relax and get away from the stress of everyday life. Maintaining a pond can be simple when you understand the life cycle. In the next few minutes, you'll learn more about the natural life cycle that occurs in every pond and how the addition of the Airmax Ecosystem is the revolutionary and cost-effective way to keep your pond or lake clean, clear, and healthy. The life cycle of any pond can be broken down into two basic stages. During Stage 1, organic matter from plants, birds, animals, and debris begin to accumulate in your pond. But because the nutrient load is still low, there is minimal weed and algae growth. The amount of debris your pond receives and the type of soil your pond was constructed from will determine how long your pond will stay at Stage 1. Generally, your pond will begin to enter Stage 2 in 3 to 5 years. As your pond begins Stage 2, excessive algae blooms and pond weeds become noticeable. Emergent plants such as grasses and cattails begin growing around the pond's edge. As Stage 2 continues, the total nutrient load is increased exponentially, resulting in more severe weed and algae growth. Generally, chemical applications begin to be applied during this stage. Even when chemicals are used correctly, they only provide a temporary fix to weed and algae growth. It's important to understand that chemicals are not designed to prevent growth because they can't eliminate the nutrients that have caused the weeds and algae. In fact, chemical applications promote the regrowth of weeds and algae as dead vegetation continues to decompose and release nutrients back into the water. Most ponds suffer from stratification or layered water during the warmer months of the year. Stratification happens when the sun heats up the water at the top of your pond. This warm water is lighter and creates a layer known as a thermocline. The thermocline can be noticed when you're swimming. As your legs and feet break the thermocline, you feel cool water, which is commonly mistaken as a spring. In the fall and winter months, the cold air will cool the surface of your pond, causing turnover or a mixing of the surface and subsurface water. Turnover allows toxic water from the bottom of the pond to mix with the healthy water at the surface, leaving little area for the fish to habitat and in some cases causing a fish kill. The Pond Guy's Airmax Ecosystem continuously maintains a clean and healthy pond. The Airmax Ecosystem works with a simple 4-step process, sometimes called the fountain of youth for ponds. There are 4 components which together make up the Airmax Ecosystem. The Airmax Aeration System, Pond Clear, a natural bacteria, Nature's Blue Pond Dye, and Nutri-Defense. The first part of the Airmax Ecosystem is the most efficient